Whew. Good morning. Headed down to a little waterfall here in San Diego to create some images. Finally down here to the falls. It's a really short hike, only about a mile or so. And it's a neat little place. On the weekends, this place gets packed. Just tons of people climbing all over the rocks. So if you can come here in the morning time on a weekday, it's prime. No one else is here. You get the whole place to yourself. So the first shot I'm gonna grab is this little bowl down here that first time I came, I didn't have a lens that was wide enough to frame it how I wanted. So this time I have a 23 mil with me. I'll throw a polarizer on there to slow down the water speed a little bit, but it's still pretty dark down in this little ravine. So I won't really need to use any NDs, I don't think. The tricky part, well, there's two tricky parts. One is getting the tripod in the right position without the tripod sliding, falling down into the water. So the first time I was here, had the tripod all set up, turned to grab my camera to put the tripod on, and the tripod just slid down into the water. So I had to fish that out. Now the second issue we have is the foam. Now there's not very much today, but I've been here on days when there's a ton of it, and it looks like someone just dumped a bunch of dishwashing soap in it, you know. I actually brought a broom with an extension handle on it to try to pull out some of the foam that's collected in this little bowl to try to make the image a little cleaner, because the foam won't look very good. Try to get a stable stance here. I was planning on getting in the water to sweep the foam away, but that little spot right down there is a lot deeper than I expected it to be. So it's a little too cold to jump into that right now. It is in the 40s right now. So I don't want to have to be freezing for the rest of the morning. So I climbed around, tried to get on top to get down to it, but my little 2 to 4 foot extension handle just wasn't quite long enough to get down and do the job. So this might be one of those, come back one more time, but with a longer broom handle, and maybe actually bring a friend out and get them to get up on the edge here and sweep, because it's gonna build up pretty quick, and I don't know if it'll stay gone long enough for me to get back over here, set up the tripod in a secure way, take the image before all the foam comes back. Surprise, I'm back here in the office working on the video you were just watching. You know, when you go out to shoot, sometimes things don't work out the way you want them to. The image I went out there to try to create didn't happen. I didn't like the foam. I have other images with some of that foam in there, so I couldn't get rid of it. I slid down the rock and actually tweaked my foot a little bit. My foot hurt, didn't quite feel like talking to the camera anymore. So I shot some footage of me shooting, and I'm just kind of going through, this is kind of like practice. Just setting up the camera, trying to find a composition. I don't think it really works. It's kind of pretty because of the colors, but the composition overall is just kind of meh, you know. But I think it's an important lesson to learn and continually be reminded of, that every time you go out, it doesn't mean you're going to get a great image or any image. Things might happen. You might twist your ankle. Who knows? You might forget your batteries or card or any number of different things. I think the main point is to just get out there as much as you can, as often as you can, and just enjoy being there, trying to create. So let me know what you think.